like captain of her, captain, and she had like 30 people that, she, I don't know, managed or, was a leader. And she had to pass the test where she had to drag a 180-pound dummy, like 100 yards and up like 100 flights of steps. And she'd had a double knee replacement. And the last therapist told her that's as much range of motion as you're ever going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And she only had 90 degrees in her knees. Well, in order to climb and descend stairs, you have to have about 120 degrees. Well, she came and I asked her some questions, and I laid her down on my plinth, and I just pressed on a muscle in her hamstring, the back of her knee. I was like, well, where does it hurt? And she's like, oh, back here. And I was like, okay. And I pressed there, and her knee just went from 90 degrees down to 130. It's like, and the other side didn't go as far, but it went far enough. And within 3 visits, she was like, Dr. LeBauer, I'm done because I have to go to California to fight fires. But she had been told by the last person, like therapist and surgeon, like, this is as good as you're going to get.
Mm.
And this, like, without looking at what are the other options or what are we missing here. And to me, that's, I don't know. I just, it makes me want to bang my head against the wall when I hear these stories. And I find like an easy solution to some of these things. And maybe that's my gift as an entrepreneur, having ADD, is I can see these other options that other people can't. But there's so many other options for people, and we just get to a dead end and we accept the dead end. Luckily, she didn't accept it and she came and found us. But most people don't do that.
My mind is completely boggled by those scenarios you just talked about, because
Yeah.
people are genuinely suffering physically from ailments that more than likely have a solution to them that
Yeah.
doesn't include surgery. And some of the more dramatic options, they might just include some good advice and some good hard work to get them repaired.
Yep.
And it just makes me sick to think about all the people suffering out there. You see it every day. Go to the mall or the shopping center, people are walking crooked, because they're in pain. And I know the difference. You know the difference. How do we spread the word a little bit further to get more help to more people? I know that's what your mission is, but man,
Yeah.
I'm passionate about it as well as you are.
Yeah. I think the number one thing is, I would say, like, on a personal level, when like when a friend might say, "Oh, well, I'm at the end of I think my back is like, it's backed out and it's done and I can't do anything." It's like, well, the question to ask would be like, what if, or have you considered, you know, what
Hmm.
if you tried physical therapy? Have you considered physical therapy or even another physical therapist? Because not all physical therapy, in air quotes, is the same. So that's one of those ways. But the other thing would be to find is like, how do we just like, I think, share information with people that doesn't feel like scary or harming. Like, words can harm people as much as anything about how our condition is, and that's maybe another level of um, a conversation for another day. But it's, how are we speaking about ourselves and other people and the injuries we have around people who are injured and our kids? But really, it's, once you find something that resonates with you, how do we share that and connect with it and spread the word? I really think the change in our what's it called, our um oh, the words on the tip of my tongue, our society, how our society behaves around pain, injury, and self, like, our capacity to, like, oh god, the word's gone, but like our ability to advocate for ourselves and
Yeah.
take personal responsibility around our injuries, to figure out that there's a solution, because pretty much any health problem has a solution, and sometimes it's medications and surgeries, and sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's a combination, and we just need other opinions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the main.
Well, I think the human body is an incredible gift that we've been given. I,
Yes.
I was fortunate enough to be number 3 in the world in Spartan competitive racing in the Ultra Series at the age of 50, and a lot of that came from a good functional fitness coach
Mm-hmm.
and good physical therapists that were in my life. I've never been to a chiropractor. I'm not a fan, because I would rather prevent than have a temporary, relief from some pain. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'll end with that. Thank you for what you do and the contribution you're making to making people better. How can people find you in case they're looking for a little bit more?
Yeah. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate the compliment. The best way to find me is on Instagram at Aarron Lebaur, or you can go to aaronlebaur.com. or you can always try to just put my name in Google. You'll find me definitely.
Right on. We'll put your website in the bottom of the show notes. Thank you for being a guest, and everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to today's show. It is my pleasure and honor to interview all of the guests that have been on the Answer is Yes podcast. If you have enjoyed the show, please go on iTunes and subscribe, give a rating, or simply tell a friend about the show. We also believe in the message of our guests and the positive influence of their stories. As my own mentor and coach, David Meltzer, has taught me, spend some time every day thinking and writing about the things in your own life that you have more than enough of. You will find out how blessed we really are. Please visit my website, livelifedriven.com, for the latest updates about me and what I'm doing. Plus, I post a monthly blog about the many topics on this show. This podcast can also be found there. As I learned early on in life, what you believe is what you will achieve. Thanks, Mark Victor Hansen, and thank you, and have a great week.